This is the story of how it gets awkward and the pitfalls of when you might know more about Dutch driving rules than some Dutch people. This was a corporate gig that I took, and it was a walking tour through the center of Amsterdam, and it was pretty simple. I was just supposed to be a tour guide for these 10 private equity investors. That was their gig. They get together every few months, they visit some different European capital, and they throw a lot of money around and invest in stuff if they like it. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll do a good job. And I was just supposed to hold up a clipboard, and I have some little spiel about, this is the Grand Hotel, and I'm going to walk you over to the Jenever Gin Bar on a canal or something. And I've got some guys, 2 guys from Australia, there are some Americans, some Brits in the group, and 2 Spanish guys. And I got the idea that they had not been to Amsterdam before, because we started walking, and most of the guys were catching up. But these 2 Spanish guys were like, whoa, we're crossing over this skinny bridge right there by the old University of Amsterdam buildings, and there's 2 guys walking on the other side that way, and a moped scooter riding this way, and a bike going that way with a guy chasing the bike, that's my bike, and the junkie's not anymore. And then there's a truck coming this way, and we're supposed to be walking along this way. And I'm just go your gang, man, go your gang. Holding up my clipboard, everybody follow me, got all my ducks in a row, and we're going through these tiny, terrible, narrow streets, and we finally get to the Rokin, right? If you're not from Amsterdam, but you are Dutch, maybe you'll understand that Rokin is dodelijk. It's a very dangerous intersection because of this big dig in Amsterdam, which I think might be a permanent feature of the Netherlands right now, the NoordZuid Metro Line. If they ever finish it, I'm sure it will be lovely, but if Amsterdam is like the European Union, then the NoordZuid Metro Line is like Greece. It's a big hole into which we continue shoveling money. And it's just never done. And so, the street is really just 2 lanes of traffic condensed into 1, and then the bikes have to share with the buses and trams, and then everybody else is crammed over here. One of those zebra crossings where there's a zebra crossing for this lane, but not for the middle. But then it picks up again over here. Good luck. So I finally get into the part where there is a zebra crossing that goes all the way across, and I'm like, this is where the pedestrians, we are safe. I hold up my clipboard, and I'm like, come on, guys, let's get across here. And most guys are fine, but here comes the 2 Spanish guys again, and they're like, is it safe? Is it safe? And I'm like, yes, it's very safe. And just when I get these 2 guys confident enough to cross, what happens? I'm in the bike lane, and here comes some guy, tring, 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 and he's like, get out of the way. And it's an older Dutch guy, and he's like, yeah, get out of the way. And I'm like, no, I'm going to stand my ground, I guess. But then I'm trying to get the Spanish guys out of the way. I can only whap at him with my clipboard. It's just awkward. And anyway, I finally get everybody to the other side. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm now kind of a de facto ambassador for the city and the country, so I hope everybody's doing okay. But they're all looking at me like, I'm realizing the guy on the bike, he's right behind me, isn't he? And sure enough, he has turned around, and he's now over my shoulder, and he's like, you don't have to hit me, huh? You don't have to hit me with your clipboard, huh? Yes, I see what you are doing, huh? You want to fight me, huh? You want to fight. And I'm like, whoa. I mean, the ambassador in me was like, I'm so sorry, sir. I beg your pardon. We're all just visitors here. And we're trying to play by your rules. I'm so sorry if we got in your way. I hope you're not hurt. That's not what I said. Unfortunately, what I said was, I just took the Dutch driving course. I even took the theory exam. And I studied, as printed in the rules for this country, that when pedestrians are in the crosswalk, then all wheeled traffic, including bicycles, is required to stop. And I don't know why I thought that would work. I thought he would say u heeft gelijk. And you're like, I run out. Yeah, but no, of course. He said, that's when we all got to learn the word mashoka. He yelled, you're crazy at me, and he spat his gum into my hair, and then he took off again. So the result was that the private equity investors did not put their money into Amsterdam. Not because of anything I did, but because right behind me the whole time was this enormous eyesore, which is a reminder that Amsterdam as a city is not so good with large infrastructure projects. The North-South Metro Line, who did we choose to be the main contractor for this whole project? The Germans who almost collapsed the cathedral in Cologne. That's who we picked. And then they're like, oh, well, we were surprised by all the sand under the city. Really? Last time I checked, I thought Germans were pretty good at digging holes in sand. I've been to the beach, okay? That's where all the Germans go. They're like, now is the coastline, and we are digging the holes in the sand. And I think that's my theory. Like, are you guys done now? No, we're still digging. And yeah.